What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Dragon Blaze video. Had a lot of good comments, a little feedback about some of the videos I made previously, and a lot of you guys liking the content, so I appreciate that. I got confirmation from one of my subscribers that let me know that the second impacts doesn't take as long anymore. It's about 20 or 10. You gotta enchant them that many times to get to level 10 or level 20, and then you can get your second impacts from there. That's awesome, but most importantly, you want to make all of them. In today's video is about heroes, and specifically heroes, and what you should be doing and how to progress and stuff like that through the story and just get power to help you somewhat on that topic. But heroes, you need to have strong heroes. See, my power's not that strong. I have to increase my team and make them even stronger. But getting through the adventure dungeons is going to help out a lot. It's going to help you know about the story, and we give you some resources and potentially make your team stronger, make you want to make your team stronger. This game is all about power, so everything you do is going to have to make your team stronger. But going through there is one way. The second way is challenger dungeon. Your team has to be strong to get through this. I'm still stuck here. You see their power is only 1.6. Mine's is 3.3. I still get trampled. They die too fast, so I have to find out a strategy to get through this. Don't let the power deceive you. This game can kind of be tricky and take out your team within an instant. So you have to keep making your team go higher. Also, going through Challenger Dungeon will increase the amount of resources you get as well. So that's two important things on its own. And then make sure you're using your set challenger skills. Keep boosting all your stuff, your attack, your defense, your rewards, your basics. Make sure you're using all of your points so that you're not going to struggle as much. You still might. It just takes time to get power through this game. And also, I'm going to teach you how to enchant and make them stronger, crafting and more in this video. Far as heroes go, you want to make them all, and it's not because of PvP, but this is just an example. You want to make them all because your major league is all about your third impacts, your second league battle is about your second impacts, and then your first league is about your first impacts. Now you need all of your characters being made. You don't have to make every single one of them, although you should, because you never know what style of character you're going to need at any given moment. But that's content that requires you to have different heroes. As far as like your arc boosters, that's going to require you to have different characters from first, second, and third. I'll make a different video about that, but that requires you to have all of your different type of characters, because your arc boosters are going to need more characters so you can pilot them. As far as characters that I love the most is the one that you're looking at now. She does an incredible amount of damage. She's carried me through so many things in this game, and she's still helping out. And she's perfect for obviously PvP, but she can do damage anywhere. She's amazing. Helios, though, Helios has been the forefront of all of my teams. Her shielding, she provides great shields. Her reset cooldown reduction and so much more. I even had her in Library of Fate for a little while because of her shielding and because of her abilities. Now I don't have her because I don't need her as the head honcho character. But man, Helios is amazing. And of course, Bright Spark and more. They're all really good. As far as what you need to be building, build them all. Your third impacts is going to be the easiest thing to build first. Your second is going to be the most hardest because they still require lots of resources. And if you're not as active, you're not getting as lucky with your character cards pulling, crafting, anything of that nature. If you're not getting lucky, it's going to take time for you in order to acquire that. So they still take time, and it's going to take resources away from your third impacts as well as far as your first. So that's why you need to make the third first and then second, because they still will take some time still, depending on how lucky you are and how active you are. As far as abilities go, I may do a video about that. If you want to know about that, they may not do a video about it, but you can go through your transcendent skills and your skills, because that's different. As you transcend them more, you'll get more power through that as well, which I'll help out with that. And just regular increasing your character skill level, because as you increase their skill level, I mean not the skill level, their character level, you unlock more skills and you make your skills stronger as well. And that's very important. As far as enhancing, your true level is right here. She's only 14. Don't let the 45 fool you, because that's wrong. You only get a boost of power because of here, because of the third impact clutch thing. This allows your characters to get even more power quicker and faster to help you try to progress through the game. So just be mindful that that is not your character's true level. Just don't let that fool you. And that's also another reason why you want to make your first impact characters, because they actually boost your third impact characters. So it's important to make all characters of the game. Now, what characters you should make? Well, honestly, like I said in the past video, that's your preference. That's not really mine. However, if you want good warriors and good power, you should make the character that you're looking at now. You should make this archer because she's insanely well. The new archer is good too, but I just love the things that she does. This rogue is insane. Carried me through so much. Make them all, but these are the first ones you probably want to make. You want to make her insane, does really good damage. Healer, super awesome. She actually revives all your characters whenever she dies, and herself. It only happens once per battle. But again, make all your characters. You can make her perfect, just does massive amounts of damage. This guy you definitely want to make too. He actually buffs your whole entire team, like your attack damage, magic damage, and so much more. He's super helpful if your team is not as powerful. He can kind of give you a power boost to kind of help you. He's helped me quite a bit through the Tower of Phantom and so much more. So I recommend doing that, making him. And this guy's insane. His signature skill is pretty good. I mean, it does so much damage. But those are the ones I would make first. You can make a couple of mages if you want to. I usually just use raw damage just because it kind of just get through so much faster. And this is why her level is actually 27. Her true level is 27. And it's a reason why, because she's so powerful and she's a rogue and she just does great things. Like it's kind of insane. And again, I'll do about the skills and stuff like that in a different video. But I would kind of make those first, but make whatever you want to make. You need to have good damage going through the Challenger dungeon, your adventure dungeons, and just so much more through PvP, through the events. It's all about making your guys and making them stronger and enchanting them, making them more powerful. And also the pledge thing is actually a good way to do that as well. But you have to make your heroes and increase their power. You have to invest your time in all of your heroes, but for the moment, just do what you can. And then your infinity is another way that you can make character cards. Obviously, it will tell you the percentages of where it's at and how much you can get before it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and enchant here, just to kind of show you for the ones who don't know. You also get resources for doing this too, which that's another way I forgot to mention. So not only I'm getting resources, I also got the card. This is a great way to get more resources and to also get character cards other than crafting and opening up packs. This is another way. It's perfect. I highly recommend you do that. And speaking of crafting is another way to get a bunch of random cards to help power up your heroes. I can craft here. Let's see, we're gonna let's see. Well, let's not do 200. Let's just do 20. So there you are. You craft and you get a bunch of random cards from your first, second, and third impact. That was okay. Wasn't really the greatest. And then you can salvage some stuff too. If you want to salvage your guys, you can do that to get goddess memories, or you can get treasure cards. Treasure cards is another good way to summon and power up your guys. I mean, it's so helpful to get power-ups from character cards through treasure cards and so much more. I want to see if I can actually craft one. myself for treasure cards. Treasure cards is one of the hardest things to get in the game as far as currency goes, because they're rare. They're extremely powerful. And it just takes so much. Let's just see. God's memories, get that. And then treasure cards, you can actually transform into those. So you can salvage and get these as well. You can salvage them. I would like to do that too, because the souls of Gaia is actually very important. But you can also, I guess you can't make treasure cards at the moment. I thought you could. They'll probably do that in the near future, but I do need some more Gaia souls. So I'm actually happy that I did that. So just scratch that. But your treasure cards are probably like the most important thing as far as powering up your characters go, because they unlock new abilities and they give you the most power. As far as that goes, making all of your heroes is important because of the stars of heroes. The stars of heroes actually gives you additional buffs, and if you reach level 20, I'm guessing for all your heroes, you get additional abilities. So it's very important that you also make all the characters for that reason. They're all going to require you to make characters for future content and content that's happening right now. This is just a demonstration, but definitely make your heroes. And also for the Odyssey attacking team, this you need first impact heroes for. There is one for second impact heroes as well. You have to complete all 5 dungeons, and then it'll let you know once you complete the 5th one, it'll let you know like the next day or 12 hours or something like that, a new dungeon will be available. That's specifically for your second impact. I'm not sure if you defeat that one, what happens next, because I haven't gotten that far, although I have made it to the second one. It's pretty awesome to actually know that you have more content. Plus, your hero cards. Do this every day for whatever hero you're focusing on the most. I'm focusing on her currently, just getting all the heroes power-up cards, because you're going to get treasure cards plus 3 hero cards at the very end, and even additional resources for all your characters probably, if you get lucky and open up the packs to get your hero cards. So it's insane, and it resets every month. So go down the ladder. I defeat these 3. I'm going to keep fighting these until I can keep going and get all my character cards. Your Tower of Phantom, you're going to need your heroes for that. You're also going to need most of your heroes, your best heroes, for Library of Fate. I already did a video about that, but this is a part of the characters, the hero video, because this is important. Because as you see, I have a lot of 3rd impacts. I have all of them plus a 2nd impact here, which I can actually fight him now. It's very important that you make all of them, because they all give you different power and different resources. And plus, like I said, you'll need them for your Arc Buster. That's auto enhance. Information here, I'll just do it real quick. To power up your Arc Busters, I'll do a video about that too. The Arc Busters are actually pretty nice. See, you have your defense, you have your physical attack, you have your magic attack, you have your support. Yeah, well, now it's going back. So each character falls in that category that's going to allow your Arc Busters to be ran and to increase their power or decrease their power. You do fight the space monster for your Arc Buster lineup. When you go to that, it's going to show you all your characters that you have to have for that specific Arc Buster, and I'm pretty sure it's very specific. So that's another reason why you need to make all your characters. It's highly important that you do that. And then every character is actually really good. All does certain things however you want and how you set it up. It's actually very important that you get all your heroes. Definitely make Helios. If you haven't made Helios yet, please make her. She's good. These 2 are amazing. All the first impacts are pretty good in what they do, but these 2 specifically are insane. They're so good. Now, enhancing your characters is just easy. Just push of a button. And then you need 4 cards to enhance plus some God's memories, or you can use different versions of currency to level them up. You level them up, you get a new skill. You also get increased abilities and such. That's gonna help you increase your power of your characters. And as a 10,000 boost, she's almost at 1,000,000. So not too hard to increase your power and stuff there, but it's really good that you're doing this because you get to increase your character's actual level and power. Keep in mind, these are not the true levels. I've showed you and gave you proof of that. And also make sure you craft as well. And transcending character cards, that can also help. You can summon them. You can get some God's Mirror, which is Souls of Gaia, which is really helpful to craft for your crafting, which I highly recommend you do that. It is so helpful. Make all the heroes. I have a different lineup. I use all these heroes. There's just one that I don't specifically use when it comes to third impact because I'm still finagling around. And then as far as armors and stuff go, I'll do a video about that because your characters need armors, both armors. You need their own personal armor and then the armor equipment that you share throughout your whole classes. That's also very helpful. I'll do a video about that. Skills, transcendent skills, I'll do that in a different video. If you want me to, let me know in the comments below. But this is a really good one too. She actually has an invincibility ability where she allows you to not take damage for a certain amount of seconds. Very, very, very good. But the ones I pointed out earlier is the ones that I'll make, and I forgot about her. Make her too. She's actually pretty good as far as your mage goes. She does quite a bit of damage. There's other mages that are out that'll do better. So just figure out which ones you want. That's the one that I'm just gonna go with. And open up packs to try to get some treasure cards, character cards. You can make your character cards by crafting or going to the infinity and making them that way. It's so easy to get resources because of this too. Important resources that you're gonna need that I'll tell you about later. But all your heroes is going to be required for some kind of content in the game. So I highly suggest you make them all. It's very important to make all of them. Because if you don't, you're gonna lack on power. Because each new hero comes out, it's gonna be stronger probably than the next, depending on how far you invested into that specific hero. The pledge is gonna help too. It's great. Once you get your first impacts high enough, then you can do that and give them some pretty decent amount of power. And then the Book of Heroes, I haven't gotten her yet, but I have gotten the Book of Heroes for certain characters already. She had Book of Hero right here. That's Library of Fate. That also gives your characters additional abilities and power in a certain way. I've already showed you about that. If you like the Library of Fate video, I pointed it out there. I'll do a second rundown about that soon. But I don't want to make this video too long. If it's something I didn't touch bases on, let me know. And I can enchant her if I want to. Actually, I'll just do that. Enchant her. Level 31, she gets an ability increase from her Infinity passive, which is so awesome. And she gets 40,000 power. 40,000 power. So it's quite insane how much power you can get with these guys. And then increasing your armors, their armors is so important too because you get abilities through that and power as well. So it's just so much about the heroes that I can talk about. If I didn't cover it, please let me know in the comments below and I'll make a part 2 of this. But I covered the stuff that I feel like was most important. And also, please do your events. Go to your bingo event. You get this stuff from Challenger Dungeon and go to the time shop to get all kinds of resources as well. It's very helpful that you do that. Thank you guys for looking at my video. And if there's anything else, like I said, post in the comments below and let me know if anything that I missed. It's just the stuff that I covered that I feel like it was best to do. I think you have to be in a guild for this. Getting in a guild actually helps because you get the guild buffs. That's super important, especially for lower rank people. So I'll definitely talk about that. But I hope you guys have a nice day and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.